You're a video editor. You've got the software, you've got the skills, you've got the computer, you've got the setup, you've got the desk, and you've got the clients, right? In this video, I am going over 7 ways that you might be scaring away the client, or reasons why you might be getting passed on that video editing job. You're not attractive enough.
How long have I been ugly, Patrick?
Starting off strong, Colleen. Thank you very much. Let me explain. What would make me want to hire someone? Well, personally, I would like to be sweet-talked, and I would like the conversation to be surrounding me. I love your channel. Here's why. And here is why I would make a great candidate for the position for your channel. Here's what's great about your channel. Here's what I think would be great to improve on your channel. Here's why I love editing for YouTube. And here's why I think we would work well together. Now, if any clients are like me, which they probably are, they like to, again, hear about themselves. And they are looking for someone who's going to benefit them in the most well-rounded way. Not only do they want to hear what you can do for them, but they also want to feel connected to you. Now, this can be a shared passion between the two of you. This can be a fun fact about how you've heard of their company before and you happen to love and already use their products. This can be a reassurance that you understand exactly what they are looking for, and here is exactly how you can help them. Remember that it's tough out there for clients too. They're getting bombarded with applications, and sifting through them can feel exhausting. So making yourself sound as attractive and interested and interesting as possible is going to help you get noticed. You didn't properly introduce yourself. Now, you can have a fancy resume and a really well-edited demo reel, but did you properly introduce yourself to the client? Did you either submit a cover letter or send a separate email? Is that cover letter even properly formatted? Is the grammar correct in that cover letter? Did you explain why you are interested in their company? Did you explain how exactly you can help them improve their company or channel with your specific skills? Now, this is very similar to the first one in being attractive, but I just think that before we even get attractive to the client, it's really important to introduce yourself properly, say your name or the name that you want to be addressed by, and you just want to make sure that you are sending a cover letter as much as you possibly can on any job, on any platform. You want to make sure you are truly introducing yourself to that client and connecting to them as much as possible. And in my opinion, that is all about actually writing specifically to that client. Now, if we haven't met yet, I am Colleen, and in this channel, I help you to get a video editing job and I help you get paid doing what you love. So for more tips on that, be sure to hit subscribe with the bell, and you would be supporting my channel for doing that. And I thank you. You're coming on too strong. People can be easily annoyed. I'm probably one of them. And maybe you're not the only one reaching out to them multiple times about a position. Maybe that 4th email that you sent them following up caught them on a bad day, and now they're saying F it and they are ghosting you. Maybe you're the 6th Instagram message that day being sent to them asking for a job. Now, this could also happen if you already took a position with a client, but maybe you are texting them at inappropriate hours, or maybe you're asking too many questions all at different times, and it's becoming really overwhelming for the client. Whatever the case, definitely consider your professionalism when it comes to communicating with your client or your potential client, and try to tone down the spamminess. You misspelled their name. Don't misspell their name. It's really easy to double check, and when it's done, it comes across incredibly rude. I don't think I need to elaborate. Poor communication. Whether you're looking for a job or you already have the job, are you being responsive in a timely manner when the client asks questions or the client is looking to give you your next task? I feel like I bring up communication in almost every video that I talk about with things like this, because it is just so important to me in all ways of life. And I see it happen so often, and I hear horror stories about it so often. Poor communication is one of the most common issues, and on both sides, for the client and both the freelancer. You can't really control what the client does, but you can, as the freelancer, make your communication so impeccably timely and open and reassuring to the client that you are there for them and that you are going to be the best freelancer they ever worked with. Because no matter what your skill set is, nothing really beats great communication. If you made it this far and you are loving this video, again, I'd so appreciate it if you can hit the like button below and hit subscribe if you haven't already. And that definitely supports my channel, and I appreciate you for doing that. And if you haven't already checked out my classes on Skillshare, I've got a new one right here all about being a YouTube video editor, specifically with Premiere Pro. You can check out that class and my other classes and receive a free month of Skillshare just by clicking the link in the description below. You're too thin-skinned. If you're a video editor like me and you are working with multiple clients, you're going to eventually come across some that rub you the wrong way. Maybe they're a little bit more critical. Maybe they communicate a little bit differently than you do. Maybe they are challenging you on a particular skill that you either need to learn or you already thought that you learned it, but maybe not in the right way. Well, before you jump ahead and snap at them, or worse, passively aggressively scold them, consider if you're being too sensitive. Why is this issue so triggering for you? In some way, do you feel inferior or insecure about your skill set? Or maybe you were confused about the project details and you decided against asking for more clarity, but now that is blowing up in your face because you didn't ask for clarity weeks prior, and now you're having to redo work that you did. A lack of this reflection can definitely lead you to come across aggressive, negative, and even stubborn. And no one is going to want to work with you after that. You're increasing your rate too fast. If you decide to raise your rate incrementally with your client, it's important to be as transparent as possible so as to not ruffle any feathers. Now, this might mean when you start your relationship with them, you start at one rate, you agree on that rate, and you also agree on the fact that 3 to 6 months from now, you are going to be renegotiating a new rate with them. That way, when that time comes around, they are not surprised. It's been on your invoices or in your contract, so it doesn't fluster them too much when you bring it up. Now, you may not have set this up in this way and you just started with said client and you are working with them for a while and you don't really know a good time to bring up raising your rate. And if that's the case, I would just think back to when your relationship started with them or when your new rate had started with them. And what was that rate? And how does it compare to what you think your market rate should be? And how long has it been? Has it been 6 months? Has it been a year? Has it been 3 years? And how much have you changed with that client since the time of beginning to work with them? Are they now relying on you in an incredible way to where if you left, it would be much different than if you left at the beginning and they would be kind of lost without you maybe? Have you learned new skills in that year that you are now applying to that client that make you more valuable than it did in the very beginning? Are you taking on more hats with that company than maybe you were at the beginning, where now you're growing with the company? And again, they're relying on you for more than one thing. It can be hard to determine when the right time to bring that up, but that would be the best estimate of you answering those questions for yourself as per each of your clients to determine when it's okay to bring up that conversation. Because if you don't answer those questions, it's going to be hard for you to even write the email or proposal to send to that client in which you are asking for that new rate. They'll say, well, what have you done since then? Or remind me, how have this compared to last time? And you say, well, I don't know. I just think I deserve a rate because it's been a year and I don't know. I'm just bored and I just want to ask for a new rate. More than likely, that's not the case. More than likely, everybody is growing with their client in some way and improving their skills significantly to where it is fair to ask for a new rate. But you need to be able to back that up or the client may be a little bit thrown off in that situation. Have you yourself scared away a client in a past situation or have done something that maybe you regret and you maybe would not do today? I would so appreciate it if you can comment below with your client stories or horror stories maybe. And I would also love it if you could hit subscribe if you haven't already for more tips on video editing and freelance lifestyle. Thank you to my team. Again, I am Colleen and I will catch you guys in the next video. Have the best one.